So I'm 2 days away from moving out of Catalina Village. I can't conform. They want to take $1,400 down to $100. Citizens United is money is free speech. On top of that, the food here is perfect for everybody else apparently, but for myself, I have to follow a diet that's so strict. If I eat that food, I pay for it the next day, physically, mentally, everything. It's all carbohydrates. I eat like crazy natural stuff like bugs. You won't ever find that in a cafeteria. And too many people here in this country go, hey, bugs. They're called antibiotics, man. No, not antibiotics. Probiotics. The food, it's all irradiated. The livestock is filled with some gross bullshit hormones. Even the green food is genetically modified. But that's where I pause and go, what food isn't modified? All of it's been modified by us in the past, but they're going in and splicing genes now. History. People don't recall because they never learned history. I wasn't alive then, but I know then. We had a vice president. He was all about, growing plants. He wasn't a part in the second term. I won't mention the names. You could look it up your fucking self. Well, anyways, corn used to be like this big. And the corn that we have now, like the yellow corn, huge. But moreover, the corn that we can't eat, the dimple corn that they use to make pretty radical stuff, But the sugars, it's not good for us. It's killing us. I consumed a lot of that sugar. We all have. So I learned this experiment I like to tell people. But the best thing is when I get to get people to line up and do the experiment live to prove me wrong. And I say that all the time. Prove me wrong, motherfucker. You think I'm lying to you? I don't talk unless I know the absolute facts. My mother used to tell me shit and I would believe her and then I'd go out, no, this is blah, blah, blah. And then I was proven wrong. I was shown the evidence. I was like, holy shit, my mom doesn't know a goddamn fucking thing. She always lies to me. So back to the experiment. Sugar. That's it. Put it underneath the tongue. And within 3 seconds, you'll see a big man wallow and cry when he is destroyed by a little woman. So the experiment is put out your arms like Jesus on the cross for a big man. And then get a little woman, to be able to make sure she's big enough so she could put her hands and bring the arms down. So you start the experiment with strong man, no sugar, no nothing. You know, the woman can't do it. She can't. And the guy goes in his mind, nah, this woman can't do shit. Yeah. And in a second, it's going to turn into the biggest pussy you ever seen. With just a little bit of sugar. Three seconds. Redo the thing where he puts his arms out and tries to combat the woman from folding his arms. And you're seeing him whimper and wallow. Whoa! I swear, this one guy took a shit. He was trying to fight back so hard. And this little girl, this little woman, this little pretty woman, just... And she walked away all fucking tits out like, yeah. A shaman knows shit like that. So should you. The times of us being quiet is over. It needs to. Those of you out there that know shit, I'm talking about you, shamans of present, who speak and are educated. Science is my best friend. You're not communicating through a product that I helped design from the beginning. You know Al Gore, how the Republicans and conservatives destroyed him? He's like, oh, the word got out that he invented the internet. He didn't invent it. He put his name aside to it as a young, inspiring congressman, senator, whatever he was. And his name was like gold. And right after that, money started pouring in. It was great. It was so amazing back then when everything was brand new and fresh. Nobody knew shit. Nobody understood nothing. And now that when finally you have a supercomputer in comparison to what we had in the 80s, 90s, you have a fucking supercomputer with a quad core. This thing has 64 gigabytes of memory on the phone. Then it has another 65 gigabytes on a card. And then it is connected to the cloud, which is unlimited storage. On there, we created Google. Loved that name. When I saw it, I was like, damn, that's a fucking cool name. And I was like, do you know what a Google is? And nobody knew. And people still don't know. And it's like the most known name in the fucking, I don't know, world almost. Make the androids. They bring the candy. Joke from back then. The apple brings the knowledge and the android brings the candy. And the windows are full hose. So the smart ones could experiment and explore. Kept it that way for a very long time. Very, very long time. Use it, man. Fuck. You could talk to your fucking phones now. Siri replies, or whoever the fuck you want to reply. I have a sexy voice on my phone. And I ask it shit. How many acres burned down today in the rainforest in Brazil? You'll search, blink, and there's the answer. What happened in 1492 on July 4th? Blink, you'll come up with all kinds of pages. Educate your fucking self, man. Ask your questions. Which founding father was a Christian? None of them were. Or America would not have been made. I repeat, would not have been made by Christians. Christians, Muslims, Jews. I love you all, but I fucking hate you all. Why are you fighting over the same God? He gives you the same blessings. Your brothers and sisters. ISIS. I have personally dropped a shitload of fucking missiles and blown you fucking up. It's made here in Raytown. It's the first thing I learned how to make when I was a child at Hughes. It's easy to do. And a lot more is going to come. Individuals within ISIS leave the organization. Stop raping your women there. You're raping them to death. Literally to death. That's the real truth of what's going on right now. It's driving me nuts because I've never killed anything before until this year. When I was a child learning to hunt, I killed stuff in there because I was learning how to hunt. To be able to get my food. Leave ISIS. There's a shitload of desert there because you guys hate so much. Life doesn't want to call the rain. Some of you guys destroyed some of these structures that come back from our beginnings this year with your hammers. And I'll say, God damn you. And your Allah fucking hates you for that. Can't you hear it? Can't you hear life? It's shining right now. Like off my door, it's so bright. It's called the sun. Look up. That's God for us. The bringer of life. Nothing would exist without the sun, and we all live underneath the sun. No race, no culture, none of us could say, hey, you know what, there's the sun, it's ours, you can't have it. It's impossible. For now. Talking to the descendants thousands of years from now. Just stay with the red dwarfs. Don't go bigger, stupid. So anyways. I'm recording this because I have to. My birthday's coming up again. I didn't allow my grandmother to